All right, hey there, Cougars. So we're going to be going over the causes of World War One today. All right, and so an easy way to remember them is the acronym M.A.I.N. M-A-I-N. So what that stands for is the M is militarism, and then alliances, imperialism, which we talked about a little bit, and then N for nationalism. So in this video, we'll go ahead and go over militarism and alliances as our first two causes of World War One, and then in the next one, we'll have imperialism and nationalism. So let's go ahead and get started here. All right, so militarism. So the idea of militarism is that countries in Europe at this time wanted to build up their armies. So think of it this way. If you are a leader in Europe and the country right next to you is building up their army, is that going to make you nervous? Like, what if they attack me? Am I going to have an army to defend myself? And so that causes you to build up your army. They see this and they think, ooh, their army might be bigger than mine. I need to build mine up more now. And so it kind of becomes this little arms race where each country is trying to build up their army and their navy to be bigger than the other country. So in doing this, also, they'll stockpile weapons. And they're also doing this to protect their overseas colonies. So this kind of loops in with imperialism a little bit. But these countries, they get a lot of their natural resources from their colonies, and they want to be able to protect that. They want to protect their trade routes. So that's why we need large navies. And then it's also a matter of pride, national pride, which we'll get to in nationalism, is having that large standing army. It's very visible. So, but what this does is when you have large standing armies, is it might make other countries a little nervous or anxious that are around you because, they might worry that they get attacked. And so what can happen is in a stressful environment where everyone is a little bit nervous or anxious about one country attacking them, is being able to defend themselves, but then also minor disagreements can escalate very, very quickly. So we'll see this with the assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand. We'll cover him in a little bit, but just remember this, that militarism is one of those drivers to escalate conflicts very quickly. So as we move on, though, we'll move into our alliances. So this also ties in with the militarism. And so the idea is that you want to form friends, right? When everyone has these large standing armies, it doesn't hurt to have a couple friends nearby. So this might also be a way to protect themselves, right? So the idea is that these alliances will be so strong that one nation by itself won't be able to attack because it'll be too afraid of all these other countries in the alliance than attacking them, right? So they have these alliances, and so one of them is called the Triple Alliance, or the Central Powers made this. And so the Central Powers, we have Germany, we have Austria-Hungary, and we have Italy originally signed on in this agreement, but then decided to be neutral when war broke out. Then our other side, we have the Triple Entente, or the Allied Powers. And the Allied Powers consisted of Great Britain, France, and Russia. And later, the United States would join on the Allied Power side. So we have these two sides, these two big alliances with the biggest armies and navies really in the world at this time, standing on each side of these alliances. Okay, so we'll cover imperialism in the next video, but keep that in mind as you're going through these videos.